it's Alicia, and today I'm going to be showing you how I got this look in just 10 minutes. So I have a page on Facebook for my makeup business, and I shared my last video, which was also my first makeup tutorial, and some of my friends and family were sharing it on their page. And if you are watching this and you shared my video, I just want to say real quick, thank you so much, and thank you to everyone who has commented on Facebook and here on YouTube. That means so much to me. So thank you so much for your kind words and for your support. As it took a lot for me to put myself out there here on YouTube, and as long as y'all keep viewing and watching and commenting, I will make videos because I love it. A lot of my friends and family have children or just have busy lives, so they don't have enough time to do their makeup. They love it. They just don't have the time. That's why I wanted to do this, and you can easily cut out probably about 6 steps. I'm just a little high maintenance, so I have to have a few extra steps in there, and I don't like my skin, so that's why I like to cover it up with foundation. And you can easily turn this into a 5-minute look. It took me a little over 11 minutes because I added a little extra on the end, but that's only because I had some extra time, so you don't have to do that last step. Throughout the video, I will give you alternatives. Also, I will tell you parts that you can skip. So if you want to see how I got this look in 10 minutes, just keep watching. I'm going to be starting out with foundation. Anytime I wear makeup, I have to wear foundation because I have a lot of imperfections that I want to cover, and I'm just using the Born This Way foundation by Too Faced. I'm not going to say a whole lot about it this time because if you've watched any of my other videos, I talk about it, I think, in just about every one, but I really do love this foundation. It covers great, and I highly recommend it. To put on my foundation, I'm using the Sigma F80 Flat Kabuki. This is just what works best for me. I can put my foundation on quick with this brush, but you can use any brush that you have, or even your fingers or a beauty blender or any kind of sponge. Just do what works best for you. If you have good skin and don't have anything you really want to cover, you can use a BB or CC cream or a tinted moisturizer. It helps even out your skin tone and gives you just a little bit of coverage, but not as much as a foundation. You can also apply that with your fingers, so that will definitely speed things up for you. Right now I am just going in with a little bit of red corrector because I have a blemish right in the middle of my nose that I want to cover up, so you obviously do not have to do this if you don't have any redness that you want to cover. And I am now going in with the Urban Decay Naked Skin Weightless Complete Coverage Concealer. This step is obviously not necessary if you don't have dark circles, but mine are pretty dark, so I just want to try and cover those up a little and make it look bright underneath my eye. So this is a step that you can skip, but if you do want to look more awake and bright underneath your eye, I do recommend using a highlighter. I really like the L'Oreal True Match Super Blendable Crayon Concealer. It really helps brighten up underneath the eyes, and it makes you look more awake. To blend out my concealer, I am just using the Real Techniques Miracle Complexion Sponge. I love this sponge, and it works just as well as a beauty blender, but it is more affordable. And you can get this at Ulta and Kohl's, and I know that Walmart and Walgreens sells Real Techniques, so I'm sure that you can get it there as well. This is another step that is optional, and it's something that I just can't skip when I do my makeup, and that is fill in my brows. I'm using the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz in Soft Brown. If you have a good brow shape and you don't want to fill in your brows, I recommend using a clear brow gel that will help your brows stay in place throughout the day. And that will also help if you have little scarce spots. It will help make your brows look more full. There are some quicker and easier brow products out there, so give this video a thumbs up if you want me to do a brow video on how I do my brows and talk about some brow products. And then you can also comment below if you want to see that. I would love to do that for you if that's something that y'all want to see. I'm sorry that you can't really see me doing my brows in this video or my other videos, but I have to get really up close to my mirror to do this. That's why I would be more than happy to do a brow video for y'all. So I am going to go ahead and fast forward through this part so you don't have to sit here and watch me do my brows. But this is one of those steps that you can just skip anyway, so I thought that it would be okay. I just didn't want y'all to be bored watching me do my brows. And here is another step that you can skip, and that is lining your waterline. I just feel naked if I don't line mine, so I'm just going in with the Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On Eye Pencil in the shade 0, which is just a black. And I'm going to go in with the Naked Basics and a small definer brush to use the shade Crave to just set that. So there's another step that you can skip. So now I'm still using the Naked Basics palette, and I'm going in with the shade Naked 2, and I am just putting that on my crease and right above it. And after I get all the product off, I'm going to rub it on my eyelid as well, just so I have a little bit of color on my eyelid too. I kind of switch it up when I'm doing a simple look like this. Here lately I've been using the Tartelette 2 in Bloom palette by Tarte, but I wanted to use a palette that more people would have. That's why I'm using the Naked Basics. And now I'm just going in with the darker brown in the palette called Faint, and I am doing the same thing, just starting in the crease and blending it upwards. And once I don't have any more products, I'm just bringing it down on my eyelid too. And to apply the shadow, I am just using the Sigma E40 tapered blending brush. As I've mentioned before, this is my absolute favorite brush of all time, and I love using it for looks like this. For mascara, I am going in with Roller Lash by Benefit. This is one of my favorite mascaras. I love the brush. It really separates your lashes. And if I have a little extra time, I like to go in with 2 different mascaras just to really make my lashes stand out, since I don't have a lot going on with my eyeshadow. And that's all there is to it. And it only took 10 minutes. I did fast forward a little bit, but that's just so you didn't have to sit there watching me do my makeup. But it really truly did take 10 minutes. I had my timer set on my phone, and now I have a little extra time, so I'm adding some blush. I just have to have a little bit of color if I have a simple eye like this. And I'm just using the Naked Flushed palette, also by Urban Decay. It has a bronzer, highlighter, and blush, so I am just using the blush, and I am also using the highlighter. That's another thing that I just have to have when I do my makeup is highlighter, but like I said, I am high maintenance. So this is the part that took me a little over the 10 minutes, so you do not have to include this, but I had some extra time. So that's all there is to it. Like I said, there are several steps that you can cut out and easily make this into a 5-minute video. There's actually 7 steps that you can cut out and don't have to do. It's just personal preference. Like I said, I'm high maintenance, so I have to do these steps for my liking. The first step you can cut out is foundation. Number 2, if you don't have dark circles, you obviously don't have to use any concealer. I just like to brighten it up because I do have super dark circles. So I like to look bright and awake. And I just feel naked without lining my waterline, so that's another one that you can cut out if you don't do that. The liner and the setting it. And of course you don't have to do the blush and the highlighter at the end. I just like a little bit of color when I don't do a whole lot on my eyes. But if you do want color but don't want to do blush or highlighter, I recommend doing a lip color. And since you have simple makeup and probably don't want to use a lipstick, I personally love the Maybelline Baby Lips, the tinted ones, because they have just a little bit of color. There is a peach one that I really love because it just gives a pretty nude color. And then I also love the pink one because it's just a pretty baby doll pink, but it's not like in your face pink. So I love that as well, and that's something that you can do while you're going out the door or even in your car. If you have any questions on this look or any alternatives, just leave it in the comments below. I would be more than happy to answer your questions. And be sure to give this a thumbs up if you liked this video. And just remember, you don't have to use any of the products that I use. I just love hearing people's opinions of different products, so that's why I mention what I use in case you do want to try it out or if you've been wondering about a certain product. And I will list everything below in the description bar that I used and that I mentioned in the voiceover in case you do want to check those out. So I hope that you enjoyed this, and I hope that this helped you with your quick morning routine. And I think that's all I have to say. So until next time, bye y'all.